Welcome back. I am doing another Kickstarter shout out showcase. There's probably going to be a lot of these coming soon because there's a number of them that I like. I'm not going to be able to back them all, even though a lot of these are from artists, creators that I really like. But it's, financially, I can't do that. But it is sometimes nice, and hopefully this will help you too. Nice to know it's out there, keep an eye on. I'll also try to let you know in these videos if these are creators that tend to put their creations for sale either on Etsy or at their own personal website, so that you know, okay, like if it's something you can't afford right now, you know that in like a year it's going to show up on their Etsy shop, and so it could be something you budget for or ask for, as a present or something like that. But anyway, this one is near and dear to my heart because I love all of these this creators' decks, especially the Oracle deck that preceded this particular tarot deck, the Endless Oracle. So today's deck is the Endless Tarot deck, a unique tarot deck of endless panoramic landscapes. There's still 22 days to go, and as you can see, it's already reached the pledge level, which means it will be funded. I always try to give a little bit about Kickstarter in case you've never done it before. Even if you pledge now, anytime before it ends, you can cancel your pledge. So if you think, yeah, I want it, and then 15 days from now you're like, yeah, I don't have the money right now, you can always cancel your pledge. It's just once it ends that's going to be taken out of your bank account. As usual, I'm not going to play the video because this is an ASMR channel and I don't know what volume this will come out as. What I will do, like I do with all of them, is read through here. So, Eric, if you're watching this, I apologize because I don't think I have ever said your name correctly, but the creator's name is Eric Meehan. Here it said, an Oklahoma-based illustrator and independent publisher. He has quite a few decks, and thankfully a lot of them actually you can purchase as add-ons with this deck if you pledge. So let's go ahead and start going through this. Let me just say again, there is an Oracle deck that's been out for a while, the Endless Oracle. So this tarot deck is a complement to that. It's done in a similar style, and you'll see through this showcase more information on the comparison, the complement between the two. Just FYI, here's a nice little note about Eric's decks. If you like guidebooks, his guidebooks are phenomenal. He has a lot of information, but it's not overwhelming. And he also has shortened parts, right? Like, okay, here's the key words. Oh, but here's deeper thoughts about it. And I can't remember if it's in all of his creations, but I know in the Endless Oracle, he also has like a creator's note version or piece, which is nice because to kind of understand his thought process around why he chose what he chose. Maybe some small detail in the card that you might not have noticed, things like that. But I cannot say enough good things about his decks. And again, some of the best guidebooks I've seen, period. And I've collected a lot of indie decks now at this point. And as someone who, like I said, finds guidebooks to be both very helpful, but also just, I almost feel like a deck is like naked without a guidebook. I know that seems weird, especially oracles, but even tarot, because these are the visions of a particular artist. So I am interested in how they are seeing this vision, not just like, oh, I like tarot, here's me drawing it. Like, why did you choose what you choose? Especially because a lot of independent artists, they're using the tarot, but they have their own kind of spin, right? Anyway, you don't need to know all the details of why I like guidebooks. Because if you like guidebooks, you like guidebooks. If you don't, you don't. There's no right or wrong way to feel about guidebooks. So let's talk about the Endless Tarot. The Endless Tarot is a unique hand-drawn tarot deck unlike any other. And you can see here the moon, the sun, judgment, the world. Any number of cards in the deck can be arranged in any order and will always form a cohesive panoramic scene. Panoramic picture cards like these, which form a cohesive landscape regardless of the order of their arrangement, are called myriorams. Using a myriorama tarot deck will add an extra layer of nuance to your readings, as the scene depicted on each card appears to change in meaning from one reading to the next. FYI, the Endless Oracle is the same. It's also a myriorama, and I believe we'll see later you could use both together. The deck is highly intuitive, lending itself to your imagination, your imaginative interpretations, while still heavily drawing influence from traditional archetypes associated with standard tarot decks. The Endless Tarot is perfect for both new tarot readers looking for an intuitive deck that's easy to learn, and for more seasoned readers in search of a new and unique experience. So here's a picture of the World card. The Endless Tarot is filled with traditionally illustrated artwork inspired by mythology, legend, and fantasy. Its imagery draws from themes and archetypes found in fairy tales and folklore, and is meant to evoke a sense of familiarity and nostalgia from the moment you first flip through the cards. The artwork was created using ink and watercolor, with minimal digital editing to preserve its authenticity as a handmade work. And you really see that actually in the cards, and I mean that in the best way possible. Like, it's sleek without looking, I don't want to say fake, but like, I don't know how to describe it. My brain's not working right at the moment. The deck includes 78 cards, following the same standards of the popular Waite-Smith tarot deck. The major and minor arcana are both fully illustrated in a blue and gray nocturnal pattern with pops of brighter colors throughout. It's actually the thing that drew me to the Endless Oracle when I first got it, is that the color he uses, that blue, just really stood out to me, and it was like, I don't know, it just drew me in. Below you can check out some of my favorite cards in the deck, or you can watch a detailed breakdown of the entire deck including a full flip through of the cards here. And for these, let's see, Page of Swords, the World, the Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, Pentacle, Five of Cups, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, Queen of Wands. And I won't go through each one of these. You can give you something to look forward to when you check out his Kickstarter page. The guidebook. And again, like I said, apologies for the sounds. I am still at someone else's house. The Endless Tarot will include a detailed and comprehensive guidebook. The book will be designed to assist new tarot readers, those who are using Myriorama for divination for the first time, or those who simply want more insights into the creative choices behind the artwork of the Endless Tarot. See, that's what I really, it's one of the things, I like the combination of all of those things. The final version of the guidebook and its appearance will depend on the success of the campaign. More funding means that a better version of the book will be able to be printed along with the deck. However, it should be noted that as long as this campaign is successful, a detailed and complete guidebook will be available as a digital download to all backers for no additional cost. The only thing affected by additional funding will be how much of that final guidebook can be printed and packaged along with the deck. Inside the guidebook, you can expect to find a brief beginner's guide to reading tarot, information on how to make the most out of the Endless Tarot's Myriorama function, and how to incorporate reversals into your panoramic reading, suggested spreads, including both classic tarot spreads and unique panoramic spreads. Oh, that's another reason I like guidebooks from people, is because people oftentimes include unique spreads specific to their deck, which I think is a really nice way of adding dimension and I don't want to use the word like usability, but like lets you connect to the deck. I feel like in a way that's just different and specific to that particular deck. The guidebook also has detailed information for each card, including keywords and insights into each card's place within a larger panoramic reading, creative notes regarding the artistic influences and choices that help to illustrate the Endless Tarot. Now here's more information about the Endless Oracle. In 2022, I created the Endless Oracle, a Myriorama-style oracle deck with 53 cards. The Endless Tarot is something of a successor to that deck. It was created with the same design template and color palette, so the two decks are compatible with one another and can be used to form panoramic landscapes when combined. And just FYI, in this picture, what you're seeing over here on the right is the Endless Oracle's back, and what you're seeing over here on the left is, at least I guess, if it's not the back for the Endless Tarot, it's a prototype back. So they look slightly different, but are echoes, obviously, of each other. The cards of the Endless Tarot will be the same size as the Endless Oracle, with a comparable color palette. However, minor variations in things like cardstock and finish may vary slightly depending upon availability. Maybe it should also be mentioned that I've improved a bit as an artist over these last 2 years. You may notice some differences and quirks in the artwork that I like to consider a little bit of a tribute to the ways in which I've grown and changed as an artist since creating the Endless Oracle. Below you can see how the two decks combine together to form cohesive panoramic scenes. So here we have the pair, and then the star, the unicorn, and the lovers. So the Knight of Pentacles, obviously from the tarot, the graveyard from the oracle, Five of Cups from the tarot, the Chists from the oracle, and set, and so on and so on. So you can see how they relate. A limited number of copies But the Endless Oracle left over from the Kickstarter campaign in 22 will be available as an add-on during this campaign for those who missed that project. I will also be doing a new print run of the Endless Tarot's 2 expansion packs. I think this is a typo. Endless Oracle's 2 expansion packs, the Patron expansion and the Triforce expansion, for those who wish to add these items to their collection. I haven't double checked to see if he has these still in his Etsy shop, but I'll include a link to his Etsy shop in case he does, and in case you're not interested in backing this project, but maybe you're interested in some of his other decks. So, deck specifications. I don't usually read through these as much. For those wishing to pair this deck with the Endless Oracle, it should also be noted that while the 2 decks are meant to be compatible, there may be minor variations in cardstock finish and packaging between that deck, depending on availability of materials and the final budget for this project. And support tiers. So I think the early bird is gone, but the basic tier is 50, and everything else is stuff with additional things. He's reached all his first stretch goals, so there's going to be a signed postcard. It's going to be packaged in a magnetic clamshell lid, which is awesome because I hate top boxes with a passion. I break them almost immediately, and if not immediately, too soon. The Endless Tarot will include a concise printed guidebook linked to Lord. I'm super excited about that. Once he hits 30,000, which I'm sure will happen soon, there's going to be an alternate version of the Lover's card. And then he's working on ideas for stretch goals. He has some ideas, and then we've been throwing things in the comments, like I just drew. Hey, is it possible to buy the more detailed guidebook? So who knows what it'll be. Add-ons, obviously, that Endless Oracle is available. The expansions for the Oracle. His other tarot deck, Ink Witch Tarot, as well as the expansions for that. I think this might be the only deck of his I don't have at the moment. The Apothecary Spirits Oracle deck, which was done in collaboration with other folks. The True Sight Oracle deck that just actually came out. And if anybody listening is a D&D player, this can work with, is meant to also work with D&D. So it's really cool for that. And the only, I won't go through all the shipping information for you. You can read that if you're interested. The only thing is, obviously, and he's very transparent about this, the world's pretty volatile at the moment, and tariffs are a thing. So, it's possible that affects things in the future. But, he even has an FAQ for that here. How recent changes. So, if you want to read more about that, you can read it. So that is the Endless Tarot by Eric Mail. I strongly encourage you, if you like this deck, to back it. He's beyond him making awesome decks, he's very consistent, very reliable in terms of an artist to back. So if you're like, I want to make sure I get the deck, I want it in a timely manner with someone who will keep us informed about what's going on, if there's, hold-ups, Eric's your go-to guy. So hopefully, I really hope you back it. I mean, I'm glad it's already reached its goal, but he's an awesome artist. I can't say enough about how much I love his decks. Honestly, honestly, the Endless Oracle is like, if not my favorite deck, it's definitely my top 10. If you look at my top 10 Indian Oracle deck video, you should see it. So, anyway, I hope you have a good day, and I hope this was a helpful